Hello, this is DakuTii. Welcome back. We are coming at you today with some tea time because I have some stuff. All right. So this is going to be a different thing. So for those who don't know, tea time is where we talk about random things. I give you updates, or I just tell you what's bugging me. So welcome to the party. If you haven't been here before, welcome. My name is DakuTii. I'm a succubus VTuber, Sharkubus as they call me. I live in the depths of the ocean and I am glad you're here, so thank you for coming by. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. I love hearing from you. Also, please like and subscribe. Alright, now that's all over. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so here's the thing. I have some bugbears, okay? Yeah, I just I don't know what that was. I have some bugbears, so let's get into it. Now, this is in no way like, bagging any particular person or anything like that. It's just something I've noticed over the last like several months. Let's talk YouTube, okay? Now, I'm not talking about the platform itself. I am more talking about, creators and how they do their work. Again, this is no way targeting anybody specifically. It's just something I've come to realize over the last, I guess, 5 years. And the other day I was watching a YouTube video and it just pissed me off, right? Now I'm quite new to YouTube, and I don't have editors. I don't have anyone to help me sort of do my content. I pretty much do it on my own. Now I know that mine are scuff. I know I have things to work on. I know sometimes my volume's not okay and I don't know how to fix that. Sometimes I leave like little text boxes up on the top left hand side, but we don't talk about those, right? Right? Anyway, so my bugbear is this. A long time ago when YouTube was just starting out, pretty much like every other platform, we're all quite new. Well, you were all quite new for those who have more experience than me, because I've only done this in the last like year or so. But everyone had their own way of doing things. Like, they started off with like tiny little cameras. They'll be in their room, or they might, be in like an office somewhere, and they wouldn't have like much of a background. I kind of miss those days because they were just, for me, they were more reachable. I was able to connect with people better, I feel, and it was just, I don't know, people were able to be themselves, just be themselves, just exist, right? Now, the editing wasn't anything to go by. It was just like, here I am, here you can have my scuff and be done with it. It makes it fun. I like knowing that other people are human behind the screen, right? For those who have watched my recent Daku news video, you know what I mean. I leave the fun stuff in. Like, I know at the introduction of this video, stuff happened. I'm only human, right? I feel like that would make it more connectable somehow. That and I am just stupid. So it's fine. It's fine. I live with my derpiness. But lately I find videos becoming over edited. Now, I know that some people may think, oh my god, what are you talking about? Is that me? Do I over edit my videos? Oh my god, why are you saying this? Your videos aren't perfect. Look, bitch, I know. I know my videos are in no way perfect. Again, I don't really edit much of them. I just record them and there they are. I think the Daku news is a bit different because like the whole part of it is satirical. Like, I'm trying to be a newsreader, but I'm not really one, so it's more satire. But I was watching this video, and I'm not going to name the person's name because I feel that would just be, pointing it out. But it was about like art and stuff like that. And I love watching art videos. I think they're really cool. I get to watch people create and do stuff that I myself probably could never do, or haven't at least tried to do since I was younger. And I like watching the process. I like hearing their voices and how happy they get when something succeeds, but also how frustrated they get when something doesn't. Like, I think it's really cool to connect like that. But I had to stop watching this video after about 5 minutes, and I'll tell you a few things, right? Now, one of my biggest bugbears is the over editing. So when I'm watching someone and they're talking about a product or, you know, something that they've gotten, like, let's just say they've got a cabinet or they've got this new art kit they've picked up from a craft store. I don't need it to be edited every 2 words to make it perfect, you know? It ruins the atmosphere. I know that people want to make it perfect and things, but, you know, that's where you can work off a script, or just like me, just wing it. Just be yourself. So because, you know, they edited like pretty much every second word, they changed the editing. But it kind of looked like they were like jumping in and out of like different tones. I couldn't really connect with them. And I don't know if that's just me, or is that like, am I just overthinking it and I should just be letting them do what they want to do? Like I am anyway. I'm not calling them out on it. It's more just like, what happened to the day when we accepted our mistakes, when we were just like, you know what, I stuffed that part up, but that's hilarious. Like, I'm going to leave that in because, you know, I like to make fun of myself. I do it every day. But I don't know. I just lose the connection with that person. I find that having them jump all over the place, like I just lose patience. It makes it just, I don't know, it doesn't hit the same as when we used to just post a video with all our mistakes or like little tweaks and things. I don't mind if people want to put like, you know, pictures up for context, or, you know, little bits and pieces here and there where they might have a cute like GIF or something. I find that hilarious. I find that amazing. Like, good job, go you. It makes me giggle in the background. But I don't know. I hate it when people over edit their videos, and I know, again, people probably don't give this feedback a lot, but please stop over editing your videos. Like, you're a great person already. You're here. Ignore that. You heard nothing if that was coming through. I just knocked over my headset because that's how annoying it is. Like, you're already a great person doing a great thing. So allow us to see that part of you. Allow us to connect with you a little bit more. This whole need for perfectionism, because of, I think it's the whole TikTok era trying to infiltrate its way into YouTube. It's ruining the integrity of what I like to watch. Like, there's this couple that I watch, and they go around, you know, just arcades and stuff. And they show us like losing at arcades. They show us winning cool stuff. They'll spend like hours there and not come out with anything. But I love watching it because it's not overly edited. They, you know, have noise in the background, you know, human noises. They're okay. So please, for the love of all that's holy, stop over editing your videos. I think over editing to me is like overthinking. It's like when you want something to be perfect, but you know in the back of your mind that it's not perfect, and so you have to go fix it. But sometimes you can fix it too much to the point of where it just ruins the vibe. And I stopped watching people because of that, because like it becomes too hard for me to focus on the point they're trying to make, or I find it hard to focus on what they're saying because I'm too, I guess, distracted by how many clips they've edited. It's really dumb. I don't know if it's just me. Like, I'm sorry if this offends anybody. I really do, because I know we all put so much hard work, and I know that some people, they do have editors that they pay to do this job. And, you know, I want them to make sure that they're getting the best that they can be. So, I mean, if that's your style, that's fair enough. But if I stop watching, it's not because of you. It's just, my brain gets too distracted by so much editing. Yeah, that's my hot take. I know not everyone's gonna agree with this, and that's fine. Like, we're all friends here. Like, we can have our opinions and we can agree to disagree. Like, again, it's your life. You do things the way that you want to do them, and I will still support that. But if I don't watch it, my brain can't brain. But yeah, that was my bugbear. What do you guys think? Do you think, like, you know, that amount of editing is okay? Like, if I was to edit this and every second word, you see me like this, or like this, or like this, like this, like, it would just change. It just sort of, it makes it more jumpy and choppy. I just can't, like, I can stop watching. Yes, I can stop watching and just listen. So I have done that before, where I've just closed my eyes and I've listened. But the problem is when you're doing artwork, or when you're doing something where it involves visuals, that's harder because I want to see what you're doing. I don't want to hear about what you're doing. If that's the case, like make it a podcast so I don't have to watch you. Like, you know, there's avenues for that. But I want to see what they're creating. I want to go through that process with them. I think another thing that I have, like while we're on this tangent, is when people have sponsorships that have nothing to do with what they're doing. Like, there was this one time I was watching, and I stopped watching them because of this, where they were predominantly in the kitchen. So 90% of their content, or I say more than that, was them in the kitchen. Because they love to bake and cook, and they would share recipes. So whether that be recipes of their own, or like someone has recommended, hey, I'm from XYZ country, like I'd love to see you make this, for example. And they'd get a sponsorship for a mattress, and I'm like, how is a mattress relevant to what you're doing? And it wasn't like they married it together. So like, you know, after a great night's sleep, you know, I would love to just get in the kitchen and cook something, and I would lie in bed and all that kind of stuff. It would have no relevance whatsoever. Like, I understand sponsorship is important, especially if you want to make a career out of this thing, but I feel like there might be other ways that they can incorporate that. It's like if you're in the kitchen, just be like, I had a great sleep last night. It's all thanks to XYZ. You know, because of that great sleep, I was able to be here today. Like, make it relevant. I am super proud of people who get sponsorships, and I'm kind of jealous. I'm not going to lie. Yes, that might be a part of this, but I think the main part for me is make it relevant to what you're doing. So like, there's a couple of other people that I watch where they get sponsorships, but they actually create a video based off of that. So there's a couple of personal trainers that I watch, or people who, you know, do bodybuilding, and they might get sponsorships for, you know, clothing or protein drinks. I've got a camper who gets sent tents and stuff like that, but they incorporate it as part of the video. So they're just like, oh, I'm out camping, and this is a tent that I have, or this is the item that I have, which is proudly sponsored by XYZ. Like, I love that. You've made it relevant. I can still watch you, because even though I know it's a sponsored material, you know, you haven't gone out of your way to make it in the video, if that makes sense. Like, you've based your video around the item, not the other way around. Like, you haven't just tacked it onto a video going, this. I think Evan and Caitlin, if anybody watches them, they do it the best because they have a Squarespace. And I just love Caitlin's little voice where she's like, for your all-in-one platform needs, or something like that. And they have like little skits for it. And I think that's really cute. It's kind of like, they make it like it's an infomercial. And I think that's hilarious. Like, keep doing that. But, you know, there's some creators where they're really, really smart about it. So you can't really ever tell that it's like an advert or advertisement or like paid opportunity, because they just work it in smoothly. Like, you know, again, I don't get sponsorships because I'm not a full-time YouTuber. But if, yeah, I don't know, am I alone in these things? Am I overthinking everything? Am I just a jerk? Okay, Reddit, I'm putting this out there. Am I the a-hole for thinking these things are frustrating? Again, feel free to leave your comments below. Like, if you have any feedback, or if you have any opinions on these yourself, like what frustrates you when you're watching like YouTube videos or Twitch streams or YouTube streams? Like, what frustrates you? Because I want to try to not do that myself. You know, we can only grow from what other people show us, and I'm still new to this. So if you have any bugbears or annoyances that I do even, let me know in the comments below. Be real. Let's be honest today, because it's tea time with DakuTii. Let's spill the tea. If you also have a story that you would like to send me, you know, if you want me to share a special tea time, you can email it through to me. Yeah, I have email, people. Please don't spam me. But if you want me to share your story, so if you have something that frustrates you, but you know, you might be a little too, you may be a little too nervous to tell anybody yourself, you can send it through to me by email, and if I feel that it's appropriate, then we can send it through. So I'll put my email in the comments, in the little description box below. And if you feel like, you know, you would like to share it with me and you trust me to share your story, send it through. Let me know how you want me to say it. Even send me through a script and I'll read from it. It's fine. But I will put it in the comment in the description. I'm going to say comments really in the description box below, and you can send me your email, and I will maybe potentially at some point in the future make a tea time for you. But until then, thank you so much for listening to my rant. I really need to get that out, so I really appreciate you guys being here and making a safe community where I feel I can have these little discussions with you. But yeah, so I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope you're looking after yourselves and doing some self-care. Hopefully this will be uploaded within a week or so. And yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, Daku out.